Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'm going to be providing you guys with a list of 10 features that I think should be added to the Peterson Academy, hopefully in the near future, possibly in the distant future. It just depends on how fast they can actually adapt these features. I hope somebody from the Peterson Academy is watching this video so we can actually make some progress forward. So I'll start with the first one. The first one I've mentioned quite a few times already, and that is longer reading lists. I think having only 3 recommended books is, I don't know, it's not insulting, but like I would like more than that. And I would like books to be talked about a little bit more throughout the courses. You know, sometimes you get a recommended reading list and the professor hasn't talked about any of those books throughout the course. That's a little bit disappointing, but I understand that it's recommended reading. It's not like course mandatory reading, but I would like longer reading lists. Another thing that I would like is city-specific chats. This is something that I mentioned in my 5 problems with the Peterson Academy. I think if you want students to organize, Facebook group chat's great, Discord's great, but not everybody uses those. I think the best way for us to organize would be city-specific group chats on the actual academy. I would love to see that feature. Maybe we can even get town group chats. I don't know how small or how big they want to make it, but a certain radius would be perfect so that we can all kind of organize and get together and watch lectures together and share thoughts, share notes, all of that good stuff. My third thing that I would like to see added is topic or course-specific chats. So if not course-specific chats, I know that there's lecture-specific chats. So for each lecture, you can kind of comment on it. You can use timestamps. You can ask questions. All of that's great, but I would kind of like a general chat for the courses. Now, if that's too many chats, I totally understand. I don't want to overload the system, but maybe we can get like a history chat or a psychology chat or a, evolutionary biology chat, and you can kind of organize the students that way. Because I know there's going to be many, many psychology courses. There already are. So if you want to organize all the psychology students together, I think that could be quite useful. The next thing is bookmarks for lectures. So we have bookmarks for media posts, and I think that that's actually a bad word for what that feature is. I think it should be saved. So you have your saved media posts, and then you can have bookmarks be actual bookmarks that you can place throughout the lectures. So I find oftentimes while I'm watching a lecture, I want to like mark that spot and I want to come back to it because it's a very interesting point in the lecture. If I was able to bookmark certain spots, I think it would be a hugely useful feature for other students on the academy. Number 5 is inboxes for the professors. So obviously you can pose questions under the actual lectures themselves, but I would really like to see professor-specific inboxes. Even if the professors only get around to answering maybe 1 or 2 questions a week, even a couple questions a month, I think would be useful. But I think it would be very, very useful for not just myself, but for all the students on the academy to pose questions directly to the professors, and then the professors can kind of browse through and pick which questions they want to answer. Just getting a little bit of feedback like that. I know these professors are very busy, they're very popular, very big people. So even just answering a couple questions, I think would help the students quite a bit. The next thing that I want to mention is multi-window view for the app. So the app isn't out yet. I don't know if this feature will come out with the app or not. So maybe we'll be getting this feature regardless, but I want to be able to, scroll through my phone, read other things while I have the window still up in like the right-hand corner playing the lectures. That multi-window, you can kind of do it with YouTube if you have YouTube Premium. And I would like that feature to be on the Peterson Academy so I can scroll through reading lists or scroll through a book while I'm listening to lectures or do whatever on my phone. I think that would be kind of a nice feature just to have. Not the most important feature, but just one that I would like to see added. Another one is downloads for lectures. So again, I don't know if this is coming out on the app or not, but if there is going to be an app for the Peterson Academy, I think a valuable feature would be the ability to download lectures. If I'm going on a trip to the mountains or something and I still want to get my lectures in, maybe I can download them. Or for people who don't have data, maybe they only have the Wi-Fi that they have at home, they can download lectures and listen to them on the go while they're driving to work or something like that. So I think being able to download lectures is going to be a feature that a lot of people are going to want. Number 8 is professor recommended books. So not just having reading lists for the courses, but I think having either a general recommended reading book or list page where you just kind of have a series of books, and then underneath each book you kind of have a list of professors who recommend that book. I think that that could be valuable, or just having like all of the professors listed out and then having their recommended books next to them. However they want to format that or organize that, but I would really like to see that. One thing that motivates me to read certain books is who recommends it to me. So if I go on the Peterson Academy and I see 15 professors recommend you read War and Peace, I'm probably going to go out and read War and Peace. So for me, that's a huge motivator. If people that are very smart or people that I look up to are recommending books, I tend to want to read them. So I think that that could be a useful feature as well. The last two, the ninth one would be professor chatbots. This would be a little bit difficult to do. And like I said, you would have to test this thoroughly to make sure that they are correct. But I think professor specific chat GPTs could be useful if, professors do not have the time to respond to every single student. Perhaps making a chatbot that's trained on the lectures and can answer the questions of the lectures could be useful. I think the technology is almost there for that, but chat specific professor or professor specific chatbots, I think could be a really cool feature, and it could, help alleviate a lot of the work that the professors might otherwise have to do. So that could be a cool feature. And lastly, again, this is probably the most in the future thing that I'll talk about today, but it's VR labs. So one thing that I mentioned in the 5 problems with the Peterson Academy video is that there's a lack of hands-on learning. I think a way you can actually get over that is VR labs. VR is only getting better and better and better. People are going to have more and more headsets throughout the future. And I think in, 5 to 10, 15 years max, you'll have enough students with VR headsets that you can actually have VR classrooms where you can actually interact with students and have them, virtually dissect an animal or whatever it is, it could be a million different things. But I think VR labs could actually be a way to get that kind of classroom experience out to everyone in the world. Obviously, you have to own a VR headset and they're very expensive right now, but the price is only going to drop, 10, 15 years ago, it was very expensive to own an iPhone, and now everybody has one. So maybe that could be a feature that could be added way down the line. But those are 10 features that I wanted to go over today that I would really like to see added to the Peterson Academy. Obviously, I could have listed more than this. So if you guys have any features that you guys would like to see added, drop them down in the comments and I'll kind of make a full list and I will send them out to the Peterson Academy. I'll send an email to them directly, and hopefully some of these get added because I want to make this academy better and better and better. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys have any questions or any proposals for features, let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps boost this channel and the algorithm. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.